Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Cognitive Recalibration Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Sravan. Got Tarun here with us.
Hello.
The Odyssey, Christopher Nolan's Odyssey. Homer's The
Homer.
Odyssey.
I'm surprised he, like the guy from Simpsons, wrote it.
Well,
was it in the show when he wrote it, or was it later?
Were you waiting since
Nah,
this
that came
since this
to me
movie
just
was
then.
announced? You're like, I'm going to make this joke.
That came to me just then. That's fresh off the press.
It's a poem, actually, from Greek mythology, which I haven't read. So just disclosure before
Because you don't know Greek.
Could be that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be the problem. Disclosure before we start, I don't know Greek. And
Disclosure day.
and I don't know much about Greek mythology at all, but you seem to have some background knowledge
It's only Percy Jackson based.
From Percy Jackson.
It's only Percy
How
Jackson.
accurate is Percy Jackson?
Not accurate at all, because it's based in the modern day. But I think it leans from other stuff. So
yeah,
there's stuff in it. Yeah.
Fair enough. So we just watched The Odyssey last night at IMAX, although it's not IMAX 70mm. So I don't know if we still got the full
IMAX experience.
Yeah, I don't think it was the full IMAX experience, because I was seeing some posts saying that even normal IMAX, there's still stuff cut out from the top and the bottom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So we're missing like a little bit of the sky.
I think so.
Yeah. A little bit of like some costumes
the
at the bottom.
Or whatever at the bottom. Yeah.
Do you think IMAX makes a big difference?
Well, if you don't know what you're missing out on, probably not.
Yeah.
I don't think you're actually missing out on that much.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
like if it was, you have a choice to watch this movie in IMAX or not in IMAX, but it's $80 more to watch it in IMAX, would you say it's that much?
No.
It's worth spending $80 more to watch it in IMAX?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I would. The only thing I would say is, more than the visual, I think if you have a theater with good sound, I think that makes a difference.
Yeah.
So I'd prioritize that over the
IMAX sound is different as well, isn't it? It's got some different Dolby Atmos or something.
Yeah. So I would prioritize that. So as long as you're in a good cinema with good sound, the screen isn't going to make that much difference, in my opinion. But some people might think that
you need that top and bottom half.
Yeah, you need the full experience.
As Nolan intended.
Yes, that's right. So this movie, I won't go through the cast because there's
too many people.
It'll probably be quicker for us to talk about who's not in this movie, because there's so many people that are in it.
That's not true. There's not that many people. There's more people not in this movie than in this movie.
Name one person that's not in this movie.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay. Yeah, that was easy.
Yeah.
Name one person.
Murphy.
I was going to say one person that is in this movie, but
that is in this movie. Cillian Murphy's not in this movie.
We'll get into our thoughts on it. Then the way we'll structure this episode is spoilers for this. I don't know if that's a real thing, because the story itself has been around for thousands of years, right? Technically. So is it thousands of years? Is that how old this is? It's old. It's very old. So
Simpsons came out about 25 years ago, so
okay,
how long until this
continue
gets
with
old?
That. Yeah, we'll just continue that throughout the episode. But
I don't know. It's old.
Old. We will do some spoilers later, so we won't get into too many details. So if you haven't seen the movie, by all means, keep listening, watching, and then we'll signal when we get into spoilers. I'll talk a little bit about the box office. It's very early. It's only been 2 days since it's come out, so... but it is looking like it will be one of his biggest openings, excluding the Dark Knight trilogy. It is going to open more than Oppenheimer did. So
that's surprising. Maybe Oppenheimer was a bit more of a longer... Because Oppenheimer made a lot of money.
Yeah, but I think it was more just like...
Maybe everyone watched Barbie first.
Could be, or because both of them were coming out at once, it kind of split the opening.
Yeah.
But then it sort of ran for longer. But yeah, it is going to open bigger than Oppenheimer, and it also doesn't have any competition.
For 2 weeks.
Yes,
and then it's got competition.
And then but by that time, I think most people that would want to watch this would probably have watched it.
But I think for it to be big, it needs to run for a while.
It does have those IMAX premium dollars coming in, because I think a lot of people try to watch this in IMAX.
Yeah.
So it'll probably do pretty well. So in terms of box office for Nolan films, which ones do you think have made the most money overall?
Dark Knight Rises. Yeah.
Yeah. So Dark Knight Rises is actually his highest grossing movie.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight's not too far behind, but those two are the only ones that have made $1 billion.
And then Oppenheimer, I
And
think.
then
So next.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
So
Which is surprising. Oppenheimer's like, I would have put it in top. It's good, but I would have put it as like Nolan's best work.
Yeah.
Maybe some other people would.
Some people. Yeah.
The music's good in Oppenheimer. The music's like top tier Oppenheimer.
Oh, yeah. But the music's good in his other movies too.
I think Oppenheimer's got the best music.
Really?
Yeah.
Better than Interstellar?
Yeah.
I don't know. I reckon Interstellar and Inception's got a great soundtrack as well. Dark Knight has a great soundtrack. Yeah, I mean, all of his movies have pretty good soundtracks. That's the box office story. I think it will do pretty well. My prediction is it's going to make $1 billion.
Oh, really? No, I don't think it's going to make $1 billion. I think it's going to make at most like 700. It might make less than Oppenheimer. That's what I'm saying.
Might make less than Oppenheimer, but
because I think Spider-Man Brand New Day will eat into this a lot. It's got the IMAX stuff, but like the honest thing is, there's a lot of crossover between the people that watch Spider-Man Brand New Day and watch this.
Yeah, but
and this is also 3 hours long, which is a deterrent for people to watch it.
Yeah, well, we'll see how long. Spider-Man won't be a short movie either, but I think it'll make $1 billion. I think it'll have long enough legs to make $1 billion. But
you think about Nolan's other movies that came out when people were watching more movies. Interstellar.
Yeah.
Inception.
Yeah.
Tenet. Well, Tenet came out in COVID, but yeah. Like none of those made $1 billion.
Yeah. But I think this will, because it's coming out after the Oscar victory. So I think that has probably hyped this up a bit more because it's post Oscar Christopher Nolan. I think the cast is the biggest cast in any of his movies.
Yeah.
And they're really pushing the IMAX thing. So I think people, if they're going to watch it, I think they might try to watch it in IMAX. But yeah, it is very dependent on Spider-Man as well.
My prediction is it will make less than Oppenheimer, but it will still make a decent amount. But I'm saying around that 600 range. Okay. I think it's where
600.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I think it will be close to Oppenheimer, I think. But let's see. I think the opening weekend and the next weekend will be telling, because if it gets to like 700 by the end of next weekend, I think we'll get to $1 billion.
Yeah. Don't know if it'll make it to 700 by next week. We'll see. See. It very well could.
Yeah.
I also think that some of Christopher Nolan's other movies are a bit more accessible than this.
Oh, really? I thought this was probably more accessible than some of them. It's more accessible than Tenet.
It's more accessible than Tenet, but I think more people would look at the trailer for Tenet and be like, oh, I want to go watch that, than looking at this.
Maybe. It is a different genre. So like it is, Tenet is like a...
People will look at Tenet and be like, oh, it's like an action action movie. And they'll look at this and they'll be like, what's this? Yeah, like...
But people know what the Odyssey is.
I guess so.
Most people will know what it is. So, interestingly, no one's ever made the Odyssey as a movie. I think there's been TV shows and stuff. I think
people concentrate on the stuff that happens before the Odyssey more than the Odyssey. Yeah.
The Iliad.
To be fair, the Odyssey is kind of the boring part.
It's the part after the war.
Yeah.
Well, they do kind of touch on the war in this.
Yes.
But it's not...
I wouldn't say this is just the Odyssey. It's not a pure adaptation of it. It's got other stuff in it.
So let's start with some positives, not in any particular order, but visually this movie is pretty spectacular, as are all of Christopher Nolan's movies. Same cinematographer, Hoyte van Hoytema, who's done all of his movies since Interstellar. Like, you can still tell it's a Christopher Nolan movie. Like, it's got his... Like, when you watch it, the dialogue, the way the screenplay,
the editing.
And it's non-linear, as are all of his movies. You can tell it's very much a Christopher Nolan movie, but it's also very different to all of his other movies, because it's a completely different genre. to what he's done before. Yeah, I thought visually it was great. Sound was good as well, although it's got the issue that all of his movies have in terms of sometimes it's...
I don't know if it was the mix in our cinema or if this is everyone's mix. It is very loud.
At parts, not the whole movie isn't loud, which makes me think that that's what he actually wanted.
Yeah,
I think he wanted some scenes to be very loud.
It's definitely on the louder side. Like probably the loudest English movie I've ever seen.
I think Tenet was pretty loud. I remember Tenet being extremely loud when we watched that.
I don't think the problem with Tenet I had was that the music drowned out the dialogues a lot.
It's not so much the music. Yeah, it's more
it's like background. It's like what are they called? Sound effects. Foley, like foley. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when something like breaks or like the sound of
and most of this movie they're like on a ship,
boat. Yeah.
So they're on the sea and you just hear like the atmospheric sound throughout. So I think it was obviously done on purpose to make you feel like you're in that situation. And bring you into that environment. So I thought that was effective, but yes, it is loud. So if you've got sensitive hearing, there are definitely like 2 or 3 scenes where it's very loud.
Very loud. The dialogue's never been Christopher Nolan's
like in terms of
standpoint.
How audible it is.
Yes. Yeah. And also the writing as well. Like his dialogue writing itself is never...
I thought it was. It's
the dialogue writing's.
He's got
good.
a style.
He's got a style.
So you can tell it's that kind of writing style. I know a lot of people were kind of. Actually, we'll talk about what people were sort of cautious, apprehensive, nervous about from the trailers. One of them was the dialogue.
I don't think that. I think people were cautious about the accents that people had.
Yeah, so like the type of. It's very informal.
Yes.
For the kind of movie it is.
And I think once you settle into it, it's fine.
I never noticed it, to be honest. Like once a movie starts, like you don't really care.
You don't really care. Yeah.
So like, I think he sets up a lot of this stuff so that it works in the movie that he's made. It's not like maybe it's not accurate to Homer's world or the way Homer described the characters or something like that, but it's within the world that he's set up in this movie. I don't think anything feels out of place.
Realistically, if you want to make a perfect Homer one-on-one adaptation perfectly, then it should be in Greek. And then everyone should be speaking Greek.
Yeah.
And then everyone should be Greek as well. That's cast. So the people that say it's not accurate because they're not speaking like formal English, they wouldn't have been speaking formal English anyway. They were just speaking Greek.
I can see why people say, like, generally when you make these like period pieces, they tend to have British English accents.
But like that's just. But what's the reasoning for that? There's no reasoning for it.
So it never felt out of place for me in this one. I think another positive is the cast, more their performances. I would say their performances of everyone was really good. Cast members that got a lot of noise, I guess, on social media before, they're actually not really in this movie.
Hardly in this.
Like maybe combined less than 5 minutes for all of those people that we're talking about, Lupita Nyong'o and also Elliot Page. Like they're not important. They're important, but they're not in this
And also
movie.
the character that everyone's like, oh, Elliot Page plays this character. They don't play that character.
It's not a character.
So like... Why people, this is what Nolan says as well. It's like, people haven't even seen the movie. Like, I block it out. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, and why are people complaining about something they haven't even seen yet?
Yeah, and this is a perfect example of just let the movie speak for itself. Like, once you watch the movie, you don't even remember that stuff. No. Like, if you didn't even know about it, like, you wouldn't even know it was a thing.
I think it's just a reason for people to complain about something.
I think the issue is when the movie isn't good, then people will find these
They'll point to that as a reason for it to not be good. But the reason for it not being good is never that.
It's not that anyway. So it's
never that.
It's usually just
not a good movie. Yeah.
But this is, I mean, he just lets the movie speak for itself, which he has always done. Matt Damon, this is probably one of his best ever performances.
Yeah. He's done a lot of good stuff, to be fair. Like, you go back to, like, Good Will Hunting.
When he was young. When he was younger. And
The Martian's a very good performance. He basically is the only person acting in that.
Yeah.
What else has he done? Departed. Oceans? He's not really in Oceans that much.
Really. Yeah. The Bourne
Board movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's done a lot of good stuff. This is some of his best work, though.
I feel like he's not. Like, when you think of, like, who are the best actors in Hollywood, people don't say Matt Damon. But I feel like he's a good actor.
Yeah, he is. I think
when people ask, they'll say, like, Leonardo DiCaprio or, like, Daniel Day-Lewis. I guess they've won Oscars and all that. But, like, no one says Matt Damon. But I feel like he's quite
pretty
good.
Has Matt Damon won an Oscar?
Not for acting, I think.
He's won it for writing.
Yeah. He's obviously the main character in this, Odysseus, and a lot of the movie does revolve around him. So he does a really good job. What other positives?
My wife was telling us this yesterday. I actually found it out. He actually did go gluten-free for this movie, and he lost.
Oh, just for this movie? Or
yeah, for this movie.
I thought it was just generally.
And he lost some weight down to 76 kilos.
Tom Holland was also pretty good.
Yeah.
So this is the first. Have I seen Tom Holland? I have. So we've seen Uncharted and stuff like that. Tom
What
Holland
are you saying? Have you seen Tom Holland outside the MCU?
Outside him being Spider-Man, but we have. I think
he's actually done some good movies outside the MCU as well.
What are his
no one watches them. Yeah.
What are his other good movies?
What's up? Is it Unbroken?
The one where he's a kid?
Yes.
About the tsunami?
Yeah.
I think it's Impossible.
Okay, I wasn't close with the title.
That was before he was cast, though, as Spider-Man.
What's that other one he did relatively recently where he's like an army guy and he's...
I heard that's by the Russos.
No, there's another one. Sherry's the one by the Russos. There's another one that he did.
But I would say it's his best performance outside of Spider-Man.
I think people underrate him because he's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, he's Spider-Man. He's probably a shit actor.
Yeah.
But he's good. I think he's very good.
Also, never seen him in a movie where he uses his actual accent.
Did he use his actual accent in this?
No.
Or did he have an American accent?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Anne Hathaway was good.
Yeah. I think those are the main characters.
Probably, it's mostly around Anne Hathaway, Tom Holland, and Matt Damon. Like, those would be the three main, I would say.
Yeah.
And then everyone else
pop in and out. Like Sharice.
Himesh Patel's actually in it quite a bit.
He's in quite a bit. Anything else positives?
No, I think there's a lot of positives. It's I don't know if we've made it clear that we like this movie. It's pretty good. It's pretty well made. There's stop motion / like miniature practical effects in it.
Like all Nolan movies, there's very little CGI that's used, but you can't tell. That's the thing. So you're like, I'm sure they use special effects for that, but a lot of times they haven't.
So it's in the trailer, so it's not really a spoiler. There's a Cyclops scene in this, which is the only special effects they use is to like make the face look different, but the rest is. Do you know that Interstellar thing? What's that thing in Interstellar? The robot?
Yeah.
The guy that played the robot played the Cyclops in this.
And they use some like perspective stuff.
Force perspective to make him look huge.
It looks massive,
Yeah. There's some horror elements which we haven't seen. I would say
this movie is actually like, because it's a series of like
different misadventures.
Yeah, that happen. And each of those subquests are like a different episode of a horror. Like they all have horror elements. So that Cyclops episode had kind of horror.
Yep.
There's another one that happens after that is like body horror.
Yep.
So there's definitely elements of horror that's sprinkled into this.
Big men. If you're scared of big men, there's a big men scene.
All that stuff's really good. Like he's obviously committed to like doing everything practically, which is actually making everyone's life harder. But then when you see it in the movie, you can see it pays off.
Yeah.
Just contrasting this with a movie that I watched just last week, Moana, the live action version, which is also a movie about people being in the ocean for most of it.
But none of it looks real.
That whole movie was just shot. You can tell it was just shot on green screen.
Yeah.
Whereas this, like, they went to a lot of effort.
They're in the ocean, yeah.
They're actually in the ocean, and the actors are, like, actually putting in effort.
Yeah, for most of the movie, whatever's happening is they actually did that stuff, which is amazing. I guess that's part of the thing that makes the movie better for me when I look at this stuff and I'm like, oh, they actually did that stuff, which makes it a bit more fantastical and amazing. But if you don't know that, maybe you're just like, oh, that's just normal. Or like you're not as amazed by it, I guess.
There's a scene where people come out of sand. if you remember that was practical. So they actually dug people under the sand, and they made them, and they had like security people monitoring so people don't die.
Yeah.
And they had to shoot that, and if someone came out of the sand too early or something, they have to do it all
Reshoot
again. So that's the extent to which.
Also, the Trojan horse scene, they all actually got into that horse.
Wow,
like
okay,
they all got into the horse and they shot it in the horse.
And they put the camera in.
Well, the camera, what's his name?
Hoyte
was in there.
Yeah.
And Christopher Nolan was also in there.
So it's not like, because some directors like have a thing that they do and they just do it because it's what they like doing. I feel like Nolan has conviction in the way he does it. So he does it for obviously a reason, because he wants the movie to turn out better.
Good.
And if you look at all of his movies, even going back 20 years when Batman Begins came out, that movie still holds up. Like if you release that today, you'd still say it looks good.
Yeah.
So it'll be the same with this. Like this will be, even if you release it in 30 years, I reckon people will still think it's good, whereas other movies just don't age well.
I think he just seems like a guy that just likes making movies as well, because you genuinely don't hear from him unless there's a movie coming out from his. Like in between that, there's
apparently doesn't have a phone.
Yeah, I heard that as well. So yeah, but he would have a phone, like his assistant or something would hold his phone, but apparently he doesn't have one.
He doesn't go on social media or like anything.
But you genuinely don't hear anything from him unless his movie's coming out.
Yeah.
And it takes him about 2-3. It doesn't take him too long to make this as well.
Yeah.
Like
so I was looking at his filmography and the releases. So until Dunkirk, he did a movie every 2 years. And then from Dunkirk, he's done a movie every 3 years.
And Tenet was meant to come out earlier as well.
Yeah,
and
so that probably would have been 2 years.
Yeah.
And then Oppenheimer was 3 years after Tenet.
And that's probably because it got delayed with Tenet.
Yeah. And then this has been 3 years after Oppenheimer.
Yeah, but this is incredible to shoot a movie like this in 3 years. It's
Yeah. He's obviously pretty organized and gets stuff done quickly. So yeah, I mean, I thought it was really good. This is the most positive I've been on a Nolan film probably since Interstellar.
I really liked Oppenheimer, but I would never go back and watch it. I just thought it was interesting and engaging.
Yeah.
And for a movie that's got no action in it, it's just people talking in rooms for 3 hours.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. But this is probably better for me. I enjoyed this more than that.
Same. Yeah. And I think Oppenheimer, it was a bit like, you knew he was kind of making it to win awards. It was just that kind of movie. It was still very good.
Yeah.
But it was such a deviation from what he normally does.
But also thinking back on, I think Nolan at one point could have got pigeonholed in terms of what he would make, because he was making kind of sci-fi stuff continuously. And at a certain point after Interstellar, he did Dunkirk to kind of change the direction he went. And then he came back and did Tenet. And I thought he was just going to keep doing sci-fi. But then he pivoted again and did Oppenheimer, which is completely different. And then after Oppenheimer, I'm like, oh, he's probably going to come back and do sci-fi. And now he's pivoted again and done something completely different. So I think he is also just wanting to try different stuff.
Yeah.
He's done superhero. He's done sci-fi. He's done like a space opera. He's done a political drama. And now he's done a swords and sandals thing. So I think he probably doesn't want it to be like, oh, I'm just going to make these type of movies.
Yeah, he can make any type. But then again, within those movies, you can still tell that it's his movie.
Yeah.
Like he has a very distinct style. So you can, like even Oppenheimer, you can tell that he made that movie. And it's a cinematic experience. So watch it in the theaters. It's not a movie that you're going to enjoy.
My wife actually found the first kind of 40 or so minutes boring.
Yeah.
And if she watched it at home, she probably would have switched it off after 40 minutes or stopped watching it.
Yeah.
And then you wouldn't get to the good parts. So
yeah. And you kind of need that flow. It's not that I didn't find the first...
I didn't find it boring, but it is slow. And it's more character introductions and setting the scene and things like that. So
yeah. But then there's a payoff, and the payoff is really good. So especially the last half an hour of the film, when things start to go down, there's a lot of tension that's built up, and you really feel like the payoff is earned in this one because you've stayed the journey throughout, and you feel so. This guy who's been away for years,
20 years.
you feel like he's been away for years.
Yeah.
The
He
journey
kind of changes as the movie goes on as well.
Yeah, and the journey that you go through as well. Like when you get to the end of the film, you almost feel relieved that like this guy's finally back home.
Spoiler, he makes it back home.
Any negatives?
Just maybe the sound at some points was a bit too loud. Like, I don't know. Is it a negative? Because I didn't hate it. It felt like I was being attacked, which is what's happening in the movie at those points. And like it almost instills a bit of a fear in you. But also I'm like, it would be better if it was just a little bit quieter.
That's fair enough.
I understand what he was going for because it gives like an actual reaction out of you. And yeah, it was probably the scariest Nolan movie I've seen. It's got jump scares and stuff in it. The problem with all these movies, the dialogues at certain points are very hard to hear. And it's just I would love to watch this again with subtitles so I can actually understand what everyone says all the time.
You're saying that he's been doing like very similar movies up till a certain point. But then if you look at it from Dunkirk, leaving Tenet out actually, he did Dunkirk, then he did Oppenheimer, and then he's done this, and they're all kind of war movies.
Yeah.
And thematically, at least Oppenheimer and this actually, they actually have very similar messaging by the end of the film. Because in Oppenheimer, he's kind of regretful that he's built something that can destroy mankind. And there's a message in this which is actually quite similar, like his realization at the end.
Yeah, he's doing war movies, but not like a war. It's not a war movie when the war's actually going on. It's like a war movie
where it's a war adjacent movie.
It's a war adjacent movie. It's either like
I guess Dunkirk was a war movie. That was a proper war movie.
But even Dunkirk, it's a war movie, but it's not. Isn't it like when the war's finished and they're trying to get off the island or something? I can't exactly remember.
Yeah,
Dunkirk.
I think so. Yeah, I think they're fleeing.
They're fleeing from Normandy? I don't know. Or Dunkirk. Is that where? I don't know. I've only seen Dunkirk once.
Yeah.
But it's not an actual war. I wouldn't say it's a war movie. It's not like.
What's that movie with, is it 1940?
Yeah, that's like a war movie. 1913, 1912, 1917. The one with the year in it.
Yeah, it's not like Saving Private Ryan or something like that.
Yeah. I do recommend it. Very good time.
Best movie this year.
Yeah, and it's probably going to be the best movie this year.
So far this year, but probably going to be the best movie this year.
I think for the budget it's made, it's really good. Obsession was really good on the low budget it was made in. I think that you could.
This was a very big budget.
Yeah.
This was $250 million, I think. One of the biggest budgets of Nolan's career.
So, it's obviously a high budget one.
Yeah.
Like this is a different level of filmmaking, but the way Obsession was made for the budget it's made was amazing as well. So I would say that's up there with this in terms of how good it is.
Should we do some spoilers? So we can talk about like the last half an hour or so when he actually gets back home.
Yeah.
But he doesn't reveal himself to be Odysseus.
Yeah.
So you kind of go with it, but he has a cloak on and people just don't recognize him.
Yeah. I think there's certain parts of the movie where you just got to give it some cinematic grace as well. Because there's also a part where he goes back to Ithaca and then he's like, Tom Holland's in trouble. And then he makes it to Tom Holland.
Yeah, where is that? That must not be that far.
It must not be that far.
And also when he goes and meets Tom Holland, like he's in a cloak and then Tom Holland's like going into this place, right?
And then he just, he like calls him in. Yeah.
Why? I missed, it happened so quickly. I actually missed what happened there.
Yeah. I think he says he has something to tell him or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know. And Tom Holland's all about like listening to strangers or whatever because he wants to hear stories about where his dad might possibly be.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of references to Zeus's law.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I don't know what that is, but they keep referencing it. So
I think they explain at the start. It's like you treat others how you want to be treated. So if someone comes to your door, you have to give them food.
Yeah.
And let them in, essentially.
But
unless they're hostile.
Yeah, but then they reference it in other contexts as well. Like when it's not always just about strangers. Like someone says it to Robert Pattinson at one point.
What do you mean? So the reason all those guys, all the suitors are able to be there is because of Zeus's law. So they're not there to be hostile. They're just there to win the affection of Anne Hathaway. So essentially, Tom Holland has no choice but to let them in and feed them every day.
Yeah.
So that's they're exploiting Zeus's law essentially.
Yeah, and then he's on the island with Calypso for actually most of the movie.
Yeah, for many years.
So she's just there because she has to be there.
Yeah, she's exiled to be there. Yeah. I think the one thing that I've heard a criticism online for people that love the Odyssey, if I guess there's people out there that love the original, is there's a lot more input directly from the gods in the Odyssey.
Yeah, the gods aren't really in this.
The gods aren't really in this.
They're not in this. Yeah.
Whereas in the original script, the gods are like actual characters in the thing. Like, so yeah, she's exiled there by the gods, I'm pretty sure. And he in the original script, I think Hermes comes and saves Odysseus from like the island. He like reminds him, and then he releases the spell of him forgetting his family, and then he leaves.
So there's a series of quests or like stopovers.
Yeah,
they're like island hopping, I guess, and like each island
get some food or try and get something.
And then each island has its own set of
trials and tribulations, which is a very like Greek mythology thing where you go to a place and then there's either a witch there or there's monsters there or something is there.
So the first one is the Cyclops, where they follow a bunch of sheep into a cave and then they get kind of...
And then essentially because Odysseus kind of taunts the Cyclops at the end by like, he could have just left it, but he shoots an extra arrow at him.
Yeah.
So then everyone believes, except for Odysseus, that he's angered Poseidon because Poseidon's the Cyclops' father.
Yes.
So, and then because
didn't he anger him anyway because they like poked his eye?
Fair enough. Yeah, he probably did. But I think that last part, especially that's why everyone feels like he angered Poseidon, and from there on they get like very shit seas and very unfavorable sailing conditions.
Yeah, and they keep getting pushed to these other islands
that are not good.
So the second island they go to is
the Big Men.
Is that the second one or the third one? Second one.
I think the second one's Big Men.
Big Men. Yeah. So they just turn up on this island. There's big men. That's big all men. It is actually.
There's literally nothing else happening. There's big men, and then most of them die.
Like a child is as big as them, and then their adult versions are like double their size.
Yeah.
And then they go to another island, which Circe is on, which is where the body horror element happens. This was unsettling, I guess, because the scene itself is quite long.
And the sound,
yeah. So that happens, and then obviously Odysseus finds out a way to get them back because he goes hunting for a deer who ends up being a human.
Yes, so he kind of figures it out.
Yeah.
Luckily, before he
gets turned into a pig too.
Yeah. He would have turned into something as well. Yeah.
So they find out way out of that, but then Circe does tell him that every step he keeps getting sort of
a bit more information,
and like each one sort of points to the fact that his men are not going to make it.
Everyone on the crew's going to die except him, but he refuses to believe it. Yeah,
but that's what happens anyway. That's still what happens.
Yeah. So I think that's the thing. Like he in his head he feels like he can change and defy what's going to happen and have a force in terms of what will happen going forward. But in the end, he doesn't really have any choice.
Yeah. So that's what happens anyway.
Yeah. And I think that's part of the Odyssey as well. Is like the gods are always making you're just part of the play. You're like a pawn, and the gods are making the decisions.
Yeah. But he does get back, and then he does essentially take the throne. Well, he gives the throne to Tom Holland, but he gets the throne back. which was good. I thought that last sequence was good. John Leguizamo was also really good in this.
Yep.
He plays an important role. And then obviously Tom Holland's character had never seen his father properly.
No, because he was like a little kid when he left.
So he wouldn't have recognized him.
Yeah.
Then it ends, and it ends on like a typical Nolan movie with a multiple scenes sort of intercut between each other, and it ends with the Trojan horse being lit on fire.
Yeah.
That's the last shot.
What do you think that symbolizes?
Oh, I think the message that was coming out of that was basically he regretted what he had built.
What he had done.
Because there is I think Anne Hathaway says something like, "Oh, will mankind learn from their mistakes?" And then I think he says something like, "That we'll keep repeating."
Yeah,
which is
and essentially from what they do say, the Trojan War was the beginning of the end for the Greek Empire. So essentially, he started the end of the Greek Empire.
Yeah.
Which, yeah. He screwed it up.
Yeah. So
it's not on him. It's the Betty Safdie's character wanted to do this, and he was just he just came up with an idea. Essentially, it is kind of like Oppenheimer, I guess.
So there's definitely parallels with Oppenheimer. I don't know what Nolan's going to do next, but probably another genre that he'll touch on.
Yeah, I don't think he even knows what he's going to do next. He takes a bit of time to kind of think about it and go to the next one.
Yeah,
but I don't think he. Yeah, I don't think he's pigeonholing himself into a sci-fi thing as well. And I doubt the next one will be a sci-fi thing. It might be something completely different.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
It could be another war-adjacent thing because maybe he's on a roll with these war-adjacent stuff. So he might do.
Yeah.
Or might completely switch it up.
Which cast members will return? There's always someone.
It's always a side character in the previous movie becomes like the main character. And
who was in Oppenheimer that was in... Oh, Matt Damon was in...
Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe it'll be like...
Tom Holland.
He's kind of like a main character in this. Maybe it'll be like John Barenthal will be the main character in the next one.
Yeah,
or
maybe.
Like Lupita Nyong'o. Maybe John Barenthal. Do you think he's big enough to make a movie around? Apparently he was really like good on set for this movie.
He's not in that.
Or maybe Zendaya.
Yeah,
Zendaya's
she's not in
this
that
much.
Yeah, she's in...
And apparently Christopher Nolan loved her acting. She got the only perfect in the whole cast, so...
Which is fair, but she isn't in it that much. So she's like maybe got 3 minutes screen time altogether. But
so maybe he'll do another one with her because he get to use her a bit more. Yeah.
Cillian Murphy wasn't in this. Maybe he's going to get... Cillian Murphy's in...
But I think Cillian Murphy's kind of... He's done his duty with Christopher Nolan. You might...
But he's in most of his movies.
He is, yeah.
Yeah. So, and Michael Caine used to be.
Yeah, he's retired now, though.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he retired from acting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he's just not acting.
He doesn't do any movies anymore.
Let's end this episode with another game that we always do. So let's do a this or that Christopher Nolan edition.
Sure. Memento or Insomnia? Yeah.
Memento versus Insomnia.
Yeah.
I'll go Memento.
Yeah.
Memento's quite good. Insomnia is also good, but Memento is iconic.
Memento versus Batman Begins.
Oh, that is really tough because I actually really like Batman Begins. So this is my personal opinion, not the actual quality of the films. I'm going to go Batman Begins.
Okay. Batman Begins versus The Prestige.
Oh, that's also tough. I've got all the posters here as well. Prestige right behind you.
Yeah. Another one's probably coming up.
So I'll go Batman Begins. I really like Batman Begins. I think it's the best superhero origin movie ever.
Okay. Huge. What about Catwoman?
That's not a Christopher Nolan movie. You just thought you chucked that one in there.
Just chuck that in. So Batman Begins.
Yeah.
Or The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight.
Okay.
Best superhero movie ever.
Dark Knight or Inception?
So this is where it's a bit of a shift. So I think Inception was like when you think of Christopher Nolan, what's the most Christopher Nolan movie? I think it's Inception.
Probably Inception. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to go Inception.
Okay. What about Inception or Dark Knight Rises?
Inception. Dark Knight Rises is his probably one of his weakest films. I think there's another one coming, but yeah.
Inception or Interstellar? That's a tough one for most people.
Yeah. So for me, Interstellar is like 10 out of 10 until I still can't get over the last 20 minutes of that movie. Like where he's in the...
Weird stuff happens.
In the cabinet. Like, I just can't make that's too far. I feel like it's too far of a reach. I know some people love this movie, and I love it too.
Most of it. Yeah.
Just that last bit is the part that I can never kind of fully get on board with. So I'll go Inception.
Inception or Dunkirk?
Inception.
Inception or Tenet?
Inception.
Inception or Oppenheimer?
Like we've discussed, like I do like Oppenheimer, obviously the movie that he's got the most critical acclaim for, but for me, I like Inception more in terms of rewatchability.
And Inception or Odyssey?
It's I think it would be recency bias if I went Odyssey right now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Inception since it's really stood the test of time. So
I would have gone Inception as well.
For me, Inception. It's really close between Inception and Interstellar.
Yeah.
I think that was the closest one. But yeah, it's... And one movie we didn't talk about on there is Following, which is his first movie, which I have also seen. We've actually done a whole series of episodes on Christopher Nolan movies, so feel free to listen to those. But Following is also pretty good, but it's very indie.
Yeah.
Very indie. Like handheld camera type. Yeah. So that's it. Inception is Christopher Nolan's best movie. I don't think that's
not a hot take or anything.
Yeah, it's not like a hugely controversial take. I think some people might say Interstellar. Some people might say Oppenheimer.
Some people might say Dark Knight.
Yeah, some people might say Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think those are the main contenders.
Yeah.
Some people might say Tenet.
Possibly. There's probably someone out there.
Yeah.
I think even his bad movies are pretty decent.
Yeah.
I don't understand Tenet, but it's engaging to watch.
There's a lot happening.
There's a lot happening. So when you're watching it, you're like, this is cool.
Yeah.
I don't understand what's going on, but it's cool.
Yeah. Cool. So that's that. So next will be Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Brand New Day.
Another Tom Holland movie.
Yeah.
Imagine that. He's going to have 2 movies in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And imagine both of them make $1 billion.
I don't think both of them make $1 billion.
Both of them combined will make $2 billion.
I don't know.
Well, Spider-Man will make at least 1 point something, right? Probably 1.3.
What if it's really bad?
Even if it's really... So the worst Spider-Man movie...
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
That still made like 700 million, didn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
So if it's that level, then it might make 700 million.
It'll still make more because of the hype, probably.
Yeah. We have to see. That movie had no hype when it came out, so I think Spider-Man generally is a very beloved property across the world. So,
and with this movie, Tom Holland becomes the actor who's played Spider-Man the most in a full-length film. Because he's the first one to get
in his own movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you combine all the other...
If you combine everything, he's already done that a while back. Yeah.
So, yeah. There's a lot of dog in this movie, which we didn't talk about. But yeah, there was
a dog in this movie. Yeah.
Real dog. It's not a...
apparently the dog gave a good performance.
Yeah.
That's what Tom Holland said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the real dog that actually acted.
Yeah.
Cool. So between now and the release of we'll be watching Spider-Man opening night. So hopefully we get our episode out pretty soon after that, before people get spoiled. There will be about 6 episodes that come out in between now and then. So watch out for Our Cinema Universe, Disclosure Day, Toy Story 5, Minions and Monsters, Moana.
Okay.
They're all coming. They're all on the editing table. So they're all coming. But this will be out before those.
Yeah.
Cool. No worries.
All right.
So if people want to get in touch with us about the Odyssey, how do they go about it?
We're on all social media platforms at Cognitive Recalibration, or you can email us at cognitiverecalibrationpodcast@gmail.com.
Cool. We're on. If you don't know, if you found us just on YouTube, we are on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So you can listen to us when you're out and about if you don't want to view us on YouTube. But definitely leave us a comment. Tell us what your favorite Christopher Nolan movie is. And yeah, we'll chat about it in the comments. Thanks for spending part of your day with us, and we'll see you in the next one.